The VP debate between Tim Walz and JD Vance is coming up soon. Side note, we'll be doing live coverage of it October 1st, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing live coverage and responses, and hopefully it'll be as spicy as the presidential debate was. But here is what some MAGA voters think about these two choices.
Is Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is the vice presidential running mate on the Democratic side, and JD Vance, senator from Ohio, on the Republican side. Which one of the two of them do you think wants to protect our personal freedoms more?
I'd say honestly Vance, just because he's supporting Trump, and I mean I've heard about him before, and I trust his beliefs more than the other one. So.
And you, ma'am?
I would say neither. I think they both vote for policies that don't protect the privacy of Americans.
Yeah, tampon Tim. Where'd this guy come from? So it's just a bunch of lies.
What do you mean by that? Like with Governor Walz?
We get a lot of liars. You don't mess around with the service like that. Talk lies about service, going into service. He never did.
He was in the service for a long time, right?
Yeah, but he didn't go over and fight a war. He didn't go over Afghanistan. He said he did, and he didn't.
And I think that Donald Trump has proven himself as commander-in-chief, whereas Tim Walz, another socialist, far left, has stolen valor.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
Yeah, so one of those women that you talked to, I guess, look, there was some both sidesing or whatever, but she at least accepted that each of them had issues. I would see that to be a very nuanced position for that particular environment. And then the others, and feel free to respond, gave off the vibes of people who, look, maybe they just don't talk a lot about politics, although the fact that they're at a rally implies that they probably do. They seem like fairly low information voters, which is strange for people who's clearly one of their biggest hobbies is paying attention to politics. But they basically can be like, well, they said tampons and I think stolen valor. Like that seems like what they're coming to the table with. But what else did you find out from them on these topics?
I mean, basically, you're spot on. A lot of them don't know anything about policy. They're just, again, and one of the things that I come away from all these rallies with is this notion that they're there for the party a little bit. They're at a concert, waiting all day. They're giving up their Saturday, waiting all day, and they don't know one song that the person sings that they're going to see. And I think when you have these opinions, they're just formed by the person in front of and behind them, and the Let's Go Brandon hat and the MAGA hat, and it's just belonging. It's finding a place to belong, and I think that's something that, to his credit, Donald Trump, although I don't know how much to his credit, but almost accidentally stumbled upon these people, and he keeps the same message going because it works. Now, in terms of full analysis of how he's running this campaign, I think he's doing a terrible job of it because he already has these people, right?
Yeah.
He needs the people that he lost in 2020 that bought into him in 2016. And I don't think he's doing anything to get them back, which is why I predict that he won't win the race. But it's an interesting thing to see firsthand.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to see firsthand. Also, the thing that is it like a Gen Z thing? I've always thought of hats, they're supposed to be like around your head, not like perched like
right.
A tiny little fez on top of your head. I don't understand that. Maybe it's a Gen Z thing. Don't come at me.
It might be a Gen Z thing. They're also Let's Go Brandon stuff now that Biden's out. They're selling all the leftovers, very little. So maybe he got a kid size.
It is just amazing to still be wearing a Let's Go Brandon thing at this point. But anyway, maybe it's vintage. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?